I sure would like to hear Daddy's stories again. Seems like it was just yesterday.
Thing or not there, but I do know I went to some special schools which I never ever dreamed would lead to the jobs I was going to get into. And I think I was a pretty good student. And after every one of these training jobs, they put them by Bell Laboratories, after every one of these things, they always evaluated you, and the results of their evaluation went to AT&T. It was in my next to last day of teaching this second class I taught, and my boss.
Bill.
Huh?
Bill.
No. He was above Bill. I can't think of his name now. Anyway, he was the boss of the whole complex down there. He came out to my classroom while we were taking a coffee break or something. He said, Luther, he said, when you come to work tomorrow, dress up. Wear dress pants, white shirt, and tie. Somebody wants to talk to you. I said, who? He says, I can't tell you. And so the next day, I showed up at work in my dress clothes, which was very damn meager back in those
Sunday
days.
clothes.
Yeah.
Sunday go to meet.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
And there was Lana Turner.
And
No, it was Clark Gable.
it was about 1 o'clock in the afternoon, at the lunch, 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I was through with the class. I dismissed the class. And no sooner had the first student opened the door to walk out than in walks this big boss of mine. And he's got two total strangers coming behind him. And they walk in. My boss, Luther, I want you to meet Mr. Baldwin and Mr. Whitney. I didn't know who they were. They were from Cincinnati. And they had heard about me, and they were offering me a job in Cincinnati. This was on a Friday afternoon. If I accepted the job, I had to be in Cincinnati Monday morning.
Oh, gee.
Oh man.
Remember that?
Oh, yes, I had just started painting the trim and the inside of that house. Because I was painting it white. And he called me and he said, you better start painting faster because we're going to Cincinnati. You got to put the house up for
That's
sale."
how I got my first promotion.
Oh, gee.
And I went to Cincinnati, and I was working on regular long distance service that everybody uses. Plus, I was still working on this government stuff that not many people knew about. And I started getting notices in Cincinnati. They wanted me in New York. They wanted me in Baltimore. They wanted me here. They wanted me there. Because I knew some things that a lot of people didn't, apparently. I didn't think I was anything special. But anyway, I started going to New York, got acquainted with several people at AT&T headquarters, and we stayed in Cincinnati, and I was still at the same level of, management. Well, it wasn't even management, it was a semi-management level then. And then they broke up that whole area. We went back to Atlanta because they created a new one in Chicago, a new one in Atlanta, and then somebody in White Plains took over what was left over from Cincinnati. And they had opened a new one in San Francisco. Closed down a lot of the Kansas City stuff. They went to San Francisco. Well, I forgot where I was.
You were headed back to Georgia?
I had
Cincinnati.
to go back to Atlanta, and
Yeah.
this was where I was really getting involved with much more of that government communication stuff. And this is when I was up in Maryland and went to this underground location and talked to the two presidents. I talked to President Kennedy there. And I really, somehow or other, I really impressed somebody in New York. Because I was only back in Atlanta for 1 year,
I
and they
remember that.
promoted me. And I jumped 2 levels in management. They
Gee.
put me 2 levels higher than normal. And that's
So was
when
I.
we went to Washington, D.C., and that's when I became national coordinator for traffic engineering, these government projects. And that's when I started traveling. I was, you didn't know, I was on the road all the time. And I was in places I couldn't even tell my boss, Marty Dienhouse.
Yeah, I remember
I
that.
could not even tell Marty, my boss, where I was and what I was working on. It was so top secret. And the meetings I had in Washington, D.C. were like nothing I've ever been through in my life. We'd go into a conference room. They always had 2 guards outside the door. You go, whoever was in that meeting, you went into the room, the door closed, it was locked from the outside. And you were to never, ever say anything about what you were in there working on to anybody, not even your boss. That's why I couldn't tell my boss, Marty Dienhouse, what I was working on. And but I learned this the hard way. When you're in there, you're taking notes of all this crap they're giving to you. When you went out the door, they confiscated everything you wrote. No notes, nothing. If you didn't have it up here, you didn't have it. So I could not take a single note out of any of those meetings. And I can't even, to this day, I can't tell you what they were about. And when I finally left Washington, D.C. and we went to California, I had to have a debriefing with the Defense Department and the National Security Agency. And boy, I'll tell you, after you talk to them, you are never going to say anything to anybody about what you worked on. And to this day, I have never revealed a lot of the stuff I worked on, because it was super top secret. Some of it hasn't even come to the light yet. But
Please.
I remember when I first came up here, and I tried to completely forget about all this government stuff. And I switched over to Pacific Northwest Bell, and I'd gone up to Everett to work with another PNB guy with General Telephone. We were working on a multi-company long-distance network solution for the state of Washington. And one afternoon, up there, I didn't have any bosses around. We had no supervision to speak of. We were in a room by ourselves and left alone. We decided after lunch, let's take a ride. So after lunch, we got in Ken Milner's car. And we took off toward the hills and up the rivers and through all these things. And we finally end up way out in the boondocks. And we pull up to this chain link fence area, and there's a big locked gate there and a guard at the gate. And we pull up to the gate there, and Ken says, I just want to talk to this guard at the gate. And he walked up there and talked to the guard. The guard says, no, you can't come in. So no, nobody can come in. And Ken says, well, can you tell me anything about we're just curious. What are you doing here? He says, all I can tell you is this secret Navy communications. Well, the minute I heard that, I knew what it was. I knew exactly what it was. So I never said anything to Ken or to Carl, and but I knew what it was because I worked on it.
But Ken knew where it was.
Ken knew where it was at, what was there. He just wanted to show me, what's around the area there.
Oh, I see.
Houses and this and that and the other, and the creeks and the rivers, and it was just something he wanted to. It wasn't. He was trying to learn.
Instead of working that afternoon.
Yeah, anything but work.
Uh,
Well, we were walking around, and we came to this, probably at that day and age, it was the most exquisite, most expensive hotel in Dallas, Texas. And we were standing there and said, well, hell, we're broke. Already spent all our money. Why don't we just go back to Fort Hood? So, okay. So we got out in front of this hotel. We started hitchhiking and trying to get out of Dallas to the suburbs where we could get a ride to Fort Hood. And while we were standing there hitchhiking, here comes a man out of the hotel downstairs, and he's in a tuxedo. And he walks up to us, and what are you guys doing? We said, we're headed back to Fort Hood. We're broke. We don't have any money. We got to get back. He says, well, let me make a deal. Let me make a suggestion for you. Okay? He says, I'm having a party upstairs. Says, it's up on the penthouse of this hotel. Says, I've got a room full of Texas female models. I've got a live orchestra up there. I got all the food you could ever want. Says, if you will come up there and dance with some of those girls, because I don't have enough males to dance with them. Says, come up there and dance with these girls. Says, I'll put you up in this hotel tonight. I'll buy all of your food. You come on. I looked at my friend and says, let's go. So we ended up going up to this penthouse, and oh man, you wouldn't believe that place. It was spectacular. And he had this live orchestra in there. They were really good. And the place was full of the most beautiful females you will ever imagine seeing. So we started just dancing with whoever wanted to dance, and started eating. We had a good meal, wonderful meal, and just kept going. Along about 11:45, midnight or whatever, all of a sudden there was a big fanfare from the orchestra. The lights dimmed. 2 spotlights came on aimed at this big double door that comes into the penthouse. And the band starts playing another fanfare. The doors open. In walks our host. He was a multi-millionaire oil man.
Uh-huh.
He walks in and he's got Clark Gable and Lana Turner. And I just about fainted. They came in and they went around and met everybody in the room, and then the band started playing again, and I started to walk till they asked one of the models there to dance. Lana Turner grabbed my arm, asked me to dance with her. I haven't told your mama most of this, but I didn't dare. But I danced with Lana Turner that
Wow.
and I've never ever said much of anything about that to anybody until recently. But and Clark Gable was the nicest guy I've met in a long time. He was just so down to earth and easy to talk to, friendly. He was just a good guy.
You talked to Rhett Butler?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
And
Well, the next
frankly,
morning-
he didn't give a damn.
Right. Well, we finally got to bed. I don't know, it must have been about 2 o'clock when we finally ended up in our hotel room. And we shared a room, but it had twin beds. I had to sleep with my buddy. And we got up the next morning. Breakfast was there waiting for us, free. We went down and told them we were checking out. This is all paid for. Take off. And so then we got out there to get back to Fort Hood. I tell you, I've lived an extraordinary, strange life.
Talk about, there's a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes we have no clue.
That's right, absolutely. I guarantee you, you've seen 1/10 degree.
It's like an iceberg, all the most of
Yeah,
it is.
everything. Yeah.
I've often wondered about that, some of the things that I see in the news and stuff, and I see something happen, it just doesn't make any sense at all. And then I think to myself, that could be just a big cover story.
I guarantee you, you wouldn't believe